holy lota and offer water in the palm of your right hand 3 times. And rub both hands together. Om Govindaya Namo Namaha iti hastam prakshalyam Govindaya Namo Namaha. Now offer water in the palm of your right hand 3 times and you sip the water. Om Achyutaya Namaha, Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha. Now place back water in the palm of your right hand again 3 times and then rub both hands together. Om Govindaya Namaha iti hastam prakshalyam Govindaya Namo Namaha. Now take the ring from the tari, the diamond ring, and place it in the right hand, second finger from the little finger, next to the little finger. Om Pavitresto Vaishnabhyo Prasad Puran Yachadrena Pavitrena Surya Rashvihi Brahma Vishnu Maheshwaram. Now take flowers in the palm of your hand, take some rice. Now I was going to commence this puja. I want you all to pray within your mind with love. Today I am going to invite Bhagwan Sri Ram, Sri Sita Devi Mata as the main Devta or the Pradhan Devta puja here today. So I want you all to contemplate upon Bhagwan Sri Ram, God in that form of Sri Ram, God in the form of Lakshmi Devi Mata, or Sita Devi Mata. And I want you to pray and ask of them that, oh Lord, today, as you're going to perform their puja, you ask them with love and devotion, Prabhu, please accept your humble prayer. Pray with love, pray sincere. Hari Om, Hari Om, Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namo Namaha, Shri Gurudevaya Namo Namaha. Om Swastena Indro Bridhashravaha, Swastena Bhushana Vishtaveraha, Swastino Tariksho Arishtanemihi, Swastino Brihaspatir Dadhato, Om Payaha Pratebhyam, Paya Onstadesho, Payo Dibhyantarikshe, Payoraha, Payaswatihi Pradeshaha, Santo Mahiyam, Om Vishnu Raratmasi Vishnu, Snaptreshtu Vishnu Surasi, Vishnu Dravasi Vaishwamasi Vishtave Tava. Om Agane Devata, Vatra Devata, Suryo Devata, Chandrama Devata, Vasavo Devata, Rudro Devata, Aditya Devata, Marutra Devata, Vishwe Devata, Brihaspati Tindro Devata, Varno Devata. Om Dhyo Shanti Antarikshagum Shanti, Prithvi Shanti Rapaha Shanti, Aushtayaha Shanti, Vanaspatir Shanti, Vishwadeva Shanti, Brahma Shanti, Sarvagum Shanti, Shanti Deva Shanti, Sama Shanti, Riddhi, Su Shantir Bhavto, Yam Brahma Vedanta Vedo Vadanti, Param Pradhanam Purusham Tathanye, Vishwogate Karanishwaram Va, Tasmai Namo Vigabhignashanaya, Swasti Shri Gajanan Swami Ki Jai, Boliye Shri Prabhu Ramachandra Ki Jai, Boliye Shri Adi Shakti Shri Sita Devi Mata Ki Jai. Hari Take your flowers, offer it by Bhagwan Sri Ram, by Mahavishnu Bhagwan. Very good. Now take flowers again in your hand. As you make this sankalp, we ask of the Lord Bhagwan Sri Ram Chandra Ji to bless this yajna, to bless one and all, and protect us from all dangers in life. And we ask the Lord Bhagwan Sri Ram for his permission to give us this opportunity to honor him and worship him with love. Pray. Hari Om Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Namaha Paramatmane Shri Purana Purushottamasya Vishnu Ragye Shriadhya Shri Brahmane Parare Shri Sweta Paraha Kalpe Bhaivasvatmanvantare Ashtabhinashme Kalyuge Kalicharane Bholoke Trandadeshe Shri Mendes Ragare Shri Prabhu Ramchandra Ji Shri Sita Devi Ke Yajna Shri Ganeshadinam Pujanam Chakrishye बोलिए श्री आदिशक्ति श्री सीता देवी माता की जय बोलिए श्री प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय Take your flowers, offer to the Bedi. Very important. As today I was going to give honor to Dharti Mata, Mother Earth. You will take the lota water and I want you to offer water at the base of the kalsa. Offer water at the base of the kalsa 5 times. Om Shri Bhurasi Bhumirasi Dhitirasi Vishwadhaya Vishwasya Bhuvanasya Dharti Prativim Yach Prativim Mahi Gumsi. And touch on the Dharti Mata, bow 3 times. Take some rice, a little bit, and offer it there as the asan where the kalsa be placed. Om Namyam Sushobhanam Divyam Sarvsaukya Karam Shubham Asram Cha Mayartam Grihanam Parameshwari. Offer it there. Take it both hands and hold the kalsa. Just lift it and place it back right here. बोलिए श्री कलसा वरुण देवता की जय. Now I want you to take the lota water and offer water inside of the kalsa 5 times. Om snanartam tava devasya pavitram toyamuttamam tirtebhyasya samanityam grihanam parameshwari. And the pages. Burst a piece, take out a long piece, to wrap around the kalsa as representation of clothes. Wrap it around the kalsa. Om Sarva Bhusharike Saubhya Lokalajha Nivarane Mayo Paparite Tubhyam Vasasi Pratigrihitam. Make a nut in front. Today this universe becomes a deuta. Take a piece of cotton wool, take a little piece of the cotton and place inside of the kalsa. Om Pattakulam Yugam Devi Kam Chukena Samanvitam Parigrehi Kripam Krutva Mataha Sri Jagadambike. Very important that the kalsa that represent the entire universe. Today you pray for the welfare of the whole world. There are 8.4 million different creations, from an ant to an elephant. Include all, birds, reptiles, human beings. And very important, today we are praying for all, with unity, love, and prosperity for all. Now, take the chandan and put 3 chandan on the kalsa. Om Shri Kanda Chandanam Divyam Gandhadyam Sumanoharam Bilepanam Chadeveshi Chandanam Pratigrihitam. As you have beautified this universe by placing the chandan, it's just like you are decorating a child, and you bathe the child, and you wipe the child's skin, and then you put on some nice beautiful clothes for the child, and then you place a chandan in the forehead of the child, and you say, this child now looks beautiful. So the universe, you are decorating this universe to look beautiful. Now take some rice called akshat. Akshat does not mean white rice, but it means white rice that washed 3 times. It's called akshat. Place inside the kalsa. Om akshatan nirmalan sudan mukto pala samanvitam grihanang parameshwari. And the grains are the representation of food. So today here, all of us here are praying that the entire world, everybody must be able to have food in their home to feed themselves and feed their children, feed every child upon this earth. Now take some dugras, the representation of plants. Without the plants, there will be no happiness upon the earth. Om Vishnavadi Sarvadevanam Durve Tvam Pritidasara Sheda Sagar Sambhute Vansha Briddhi Kari Bhavam. Very important today, as Sanatanist Hindu recognize that without the plants there is no happiness. Without the plants on the earth, there will be no rainfall. And when there is no rain, there will be no food. And when there is no food, there is starvation. And when there is starvation, there is death. So today we don't want that to happen. We pray for all. Every person, every creation upon the earth, even the ants, the reptiles, the animals, the birds, they must be able to have food. We pray and ask God to bless them with food. Now, take a flowers and place inside the kalsa. Om Malyadini Sugandini Malyadini Vai Prabhu Mayanitani Pushpani Pujartam Pratigrihitam. So the flowers represent your character. The beauty of the flowers is your ways and your habits and your words must always be beautiful. Always say nice things. And very important, when love resides in your heart, where God resides, then that person looks like a very beautiful person. If God is not within you, then one becomes like Ravan and Kans. Now take the sindur and the hardi and offer a little bit inside of the kalsa. Om Shri Hare Dram Kum Kumuksheva Sinduram Gajjalana Vitam Saubhagyam Drabyame Tattvam Grihanang Parameshwari. Very important. What has been mixed here is sindur, hardi, kumkum, and kajal. These 4 ingredients come together and is known as dravyam, divine colors. It becomes beautiful when all comes together. Now take a piece of mango leaf. Now the judgeman takes up a little sugar, what is known as naivedya, prasad, and offer it inside of the kalsa. Om Annam Chaturam Swaduhu Rasai Shadbhi Samanvitam Bhakshabhojam Naivedyam Naivedyam Samarapiyami. And today, as you offer that into the kalsa, we pray and ask God to bless all of His creation with food. The plants also need food. So the plant needs the manure. And very important, and that's the food for the plant. The food for the cow is grass. And the food for all of us is curry and rice. It's very important as you offer the Naivedyam, sweet prasadam, to all those devatas that govern this universe. There are 33,000, 3,300 and 33 devatas, and they all hold their hold that the very important part to rule and govern this universe. Now, take the water and offer 3 times inside of the kalsa. Om snanartam tava devasya pavitram toyamuttamam tirtebhyasya samanityam grihanam parameshwari. And the water represents, it is the greatest of all liquid. From water, and everything is that comes out from water, and is known as substitute, different colors. But water is the best liquid for the human body, for all creation. And very important, Sanatana Dharma teaches you, when you want to drink something, then drink water. It could be rainwater, spring water, Ganges water. Very important. That's what our human body needs, the water, nothing else. When I say nothing else, I mean no other liquid. But we need the water, and our body is made out a little more than 75% of liquid, water. This is why you drink more water and eat less solid, less food. But drink more water. And where the weather is very hot, it's very important to drink a lot of water. Now take the supari and offer 1 supari inside of the kalsa. Om idam palam maya deva stapitam purutastavam ten me safala vapti bhave janmani janmani. Now the supari represents the digestive formless. When you partake of your food, the supari helps to digest the food you eat. This is why the wise take the supari and they grate it. And they place it in water and they drink it. So when you eat the food and not digesting, the supari helps to digest the food that you eat and to remove all toxin from it. Now take what is called the pan, the bira, or the clove, and place it inside of the kalsa. Om elalavanga kasturim karpurai hai pushpa vastam arpayami sureshwari. Now take a coin and offer it inside of the kalsa. Om hiranya garava garavastam hema bhijam vibhavasoho ananta punya palaramataha shanti shanti prayakštame. Very important that we had offered this coin into the kalsa, into this universe, that we pray and ask God to bless all your creation, especially human beings, that they need wealth, they need money. And we offer this in the kalsa, that, oh Lord, to bless everybody that must be able to have wealth, so that they can be able to buy food, they can be able to buy clothes, and they can also be able to give charity to one and all. Now, place the mango leaf, the 5 mango leaves that represent the Panch Tattva, the 5 devatas, the 5 elements, the water, the fire, the air, the space and the dirt, the earth, space, Akash, Varun, Vayu, Jal and Agni. These 5 devatas that is being placed here, that we honor the 5 devatas, and they are present everywhere. Now take flowers and place it on the kalsa. Om Mandara Parijatari Patala Ketakani Cha Jati Champaka Pushpani Pujartham Pratigrihitam. And now you take the match, light the diya on the parai, and then you lift the parai with the diya and do arti over the kalsa. That's around this universe you are doing arti, honoring all creation. Sanatana Dharma honor all creation upon the earth. We see God in every being, in all His creation. This is why today we honor this universe, that God is present everywhere. In every atom, God is present. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhakti Mukti Pradayane Mantramurti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namoastute Lakshmi Karot Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampradam Mama Shatro Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namoastute. बोलिए श्री महालक्ष्मी देवी माता की जय. Right, you can help she light the diyas on the side. Come, take the match and light these diyas. So very important, as Lakshmi is being given the highest seat on the Bedi, where she is placed with honor on the Kalsa, on the Parai. And very important in our lives, we honor the females, we honor our mother, we give them the highest. The mother is first, as known as Pratham Guru. First Guru is our mother, second Guru our father, and then the Diksha Guru, the Supreme Lord. Very important. When you can able to honor your mother and honor every female upon the earth, must able to see them according to the age, like your mother, a sister, a daughter, a child. Matters whatever color they have, that doesn't matter. But every being upon the earth, Sanatana Dharma, give the full honor to all the ladies, all the women, all the feminine. So Lakshmi represents all the ladies. And all the ladies here upon the earth represent Mahalakshmi Devi. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you must be able to represent God. This is why you must always do your best. Now take flowers in your hand, and I want you all to pray to Mahalakshmi Devi Mata. We thank her for giving us this opportunity to sit here today and to honor her and to worship her. She is known by many names. Hari Om, Hari Om, Om Deva Dhanava Sambade Madhyamanu Mahodadhe Utpano Seyara Kumbhami Gruto Vishtuna Swayam Tvattoe Sarvatirtani Devaha Tvai Stataha Tvai Tishtanti Bhutani Tvai Pranaha Pratishtaha Shiva Swayam Tumevasi Vishnu Tvam Cha Prajapati Aditya Vasrudraha Shri Mahalakshmi Shri Paitrikaha Boliye Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Ki Jai. Now, take flowers in your hand, and I want you all to pray. As now you're going to perform puja to Bhagwan Ganesh, Gaudi Mata, who is known as the mother of Bhagwan Ganesh, Shiv Bhagwan, Hanuman Swami, Surya Navgraha Devta. The main puja here today, Bhagwan Sri Ram, Sita Devi, Raj Shakti, Mahakali Devi Mata. So I want you all to pray as you also go to perform their puja. Hari Om, Hari Om, Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namo Namaha, Shri Gurudevaya Namo Namaha. Om Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sa Bhumigum Spritvatyate Tishtar Shangulam Om Agacha Bhagavan Deva Sthane Chatre Sturubhava Yavat Pujam Karishyami Tavatvam Sandidho Bhava Dhamante Vishwa Bhuvanamadi Srittamantaha Samutre Hirdyantaraishi Phamani ke samitraya britastamasya madhumanta turmen Shri Raupatrestam toyam ganda pushpa palanivatam Sahiranyam daram yadagam grihanam parameshwari Boliye Shri Prabhu Ramachandra ki jai Boliye Shri Adshakti Shri Sita Devi Mata ki jai. Now take the flowers and offer it on the Vedi. Place them on the leaves. Very important. Today, the judgeman count themselves very fortunate as they get this privilege here. People grieve for this opportunity to sit and to worship God, to please Him and to make Him happy. Now take the lota water, and I want you to start offering from Ganesh Bhagwan, Gaudi Mata, to all of them on the Bedi. One drop of water. One drop is equal to 1 billion drops of water that quenches the thirst of God. God has said, today give human being this privilege that only when you offer water to me, then and only then God gets to drink that water, to quench the thirst of God. Om Snanartham Tava Devasya Pavitram Toyamuttamam Tirtebhyasya Samanityam Grihanam Parameshwari. Very important. Must always think about God, because we promise Him, God, send me upon this earth and I will always remember you. Before I even partake of something, I will be able to offer it to you. Because of the love in your heart, that you'll think about God first. And you'll offer it to God. And what remains, then you say, God, thank you for giving me the remainder to partake of. Take the Panchamritam, that is milk with honey, sugar, tulsi, dahi. Mix it, that pleases God. God loves milk. And all of us at one point in time, in the childhood stage, we love milk. But as time goes along, we lost that track. And we leave the milk and we go to other flashy colors that destroy the human body. Offer. Hari Om Namaha. Om Snanam Panchamritai Deva Grihanam Purushottamam Anatanatha Saravagyam Grevan Pramti Prayaha Payodadhikritam Shaivam Madhusha Shankara Yuktam Panchamritam Mayanitam Sri Snanam Panchamritai Deva Grihanam Purushottamam Anatanata Sarvadyam Greva Viprayaha. बोलिए श्री प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय, बोलिए श्री सीता देवी माता की जय. Very important. Now take the water after bathing and that milk pond, that Supreme Lord. Now you are going to offer water. Water with tulsi leaves. And remember, tulsi is being offered to all the deities. Bhagwan Ram, Sita, Mahakali Devi. Tulsi is placed in water, purified the water. Om Snanartam Tava Devasya Pavitram Toyamuttamam Tirtebhyasya Samanityam Grihanam Parameshwari Mandakinyaha Samanitay Hey Mubruva Vastam Snanam Kurushava Deveshi Salilaisha Sugandhibihi Iti Shri Sita Dipyai Namaha Shri Jal Snanam Samarpyami. Boliye Shri Mahakali Mata ki Jai. When you finish, very important, now take the cotton wool as representation of clothes that we offer to God. Hari Om Shri. When you offer to God, God offer 1,000,000 times back to you, that you will be able to have and also give as dan to others. Om Sarva Bhusharike Saubhya Lokala Janivarane Mayo Paparite Tubhyam Vasasi Pratigrehitam Pattakulam Yugam Devi Kam Chukena Samanvitam Parigrehi Kripam Kritva Mataha Shri Jagadambika. एक बार बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय, बोलिए श्री प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय. Very important. Now take the Yagyopavit and offer one to all of them. The Shivlingam without any face, without any, is a circular, beginningless and endless. He represents God is beginningless and endless. So you pray and ask him for his blessings. Om Shri Gajananam Shri Om Karpuna Gauram Karunavataram Sansarasaram Bhujagindraharam Sada Vasantam Hidrayana Bindam Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Nagindraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaraya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhyaya Digambaraya Tasme Nakaraya Om Namah Shivaya. Boliye Srimapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Offer your flowers on the lingam. Take a flowers, a bay leaf, and place it on the lingam. And I want you to take the dhar, dhar there, the milk, and offer it on the Shivlingam. Hari Om Shri Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urva Rukmiva Bandhanam Mrityu Moksha Mamritat Namo Namaha. Boliye Srimapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Now take the lota water, offer water on the lingam. Om Snanartham Tava Devasya Pavitram Toyamuttamam Tirtebhyasya Samanityam Grihanang Parameshwari. Boliye Srimapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Now take the chandan and put 3 chandan on the Shivlingam. Om Shri Kanda Chandanam Divyam Gandhadyam Sumanoharam Bilepanam Chadeveshi Chandanam Pratikrihitam. Now take a flowers and place it on the lingam. Om Malyadini Sugandhini Malyadini Vaiprabhu Mayanitani Pushpani Pujartam Pratikrihitam. Now take the tari with the arati and wave the judgment, wave the light, the arati over the Shivlingam. Om Sagyam Chavarati Sanyuktam Vannayojtam Maya Deepam Grihana Deveshi Trilokyam Timirapaham. Boliye Srimapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Now the judgment take one share the prasad and he offered by the Shivlingam. Place it there with bay leaf, tulsi leaf, and take a flowers in your hand and pray and ask of Lord Shiva to partake of this sweet prasadam. Om Annam Chaturam Swaduhu Rasai Shadbhi Samanvitam Bhaksha Bhojam Naivedyam Naivedyam Samarpyami. Om Bhadva Swashi Shankar Bhagwan Naivedyam Samarpyami. Boliye Srimapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Take the water now from the lota and do Achmandyam along the Shivlingam. Om Sarvatirtha Samayuktam Sugandhim Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Mayartam Grihanang Parameshwari. Boliye Sri Maha Agni Bhagwan Ki Jai. Bow. Hari Om. Hari Om. Shri Om Agni Mile Pradohitam Yagyasya Deva Mritvijam Hotaram Ratnam Dhatamam. एक बार बोलिए श्री महाअग्नि भगवान की जय. Take the flowers and place it by the fire Agni. Now take the lota water and you do honoring of the fire by waving the water along the fire. Om Sarvatirtha Samayuktam Sugandhim Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Mayartam Grihanang Parameshwari. Very important to know that fire is present everywhere. Just as God is present everywhere, so too fire is present everywhere. Fire is in this berry here. Fire is in this bamboo here. Fire is in this post. Fire is in water. Many years ago, or just recently, when you see the huge fire in the sea, when they said that fire is in water, they said, no, I don't believe that. But when they see the fire lighting in the water, they say, yes, that is true, fire is in water too. Fire is everywhere. But fire in this bamboo here is in the dormant stage. I hold the bamboo and get burned. But fire is in this bamboo. But it's in the dormant stage that you will not get burned. But fire is here. Fire is in the cloth. Fire is everywhere. And that reminds you that just as fire is everywhere, God is everywhere. So fire is honor and worship here as God. Now, I want you to take the sweet rice, take the spoon. I want to say swaha, I want you to offer in the fire and say swaha. Little bit, and I will tell you to offer. Hari Om Shri Om Prithvi Divyai Swaha Shri Gauri Divyai Swaha Shri Mahalakshmi Divyai Swaha Shri Durga Divyai Swaha Shri Mahakali Divyai Swaha Shri Ambika Divyai Swaha Shri Santosh Divyai Swaha, Shri Gayatri Divyai Swaha, Shri Tulsi Divyai Swaha, Shri Sita Divyai Swaha, Shri Chausat Yogini Divyai Swaha, Shri Vaishnava Divyai Swaha, Shri Gajanan Devata Swaha, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, Om Hanumate Hanumate Swaha, Om Ramaye Swaha, Om Krishnaye Swaha, Om Ravi Devata Swaha, Shri Chandrama Devata Swaha, Shri Mangal Devata Swaha, Shri Buddha Devata Swaha, Shri Brihaspati Devata Swaha, Shri Shukra Devata Swaha, Shri Shani Devata Swaha, Shri Rahu Devata Swaha, Shri Ketu Devata Swaha. Now take all from the bowl of Om Sarvadevi Sarvadevata Bhyo Namo Namaha Swaha. Now take the water and do Achmanyam, honor back the fire. Om Sarvatirtha Samahayuktam Sugandim Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Mayaratam Grihanang Parameshwari. Boliye Sri Mahaagni Bhagwan Ki Jai. So we all bow to fire. When you honor the fire and you bow to the fire, fire becomes your friend. You're able to prepare your meals, get your tea on mornings. But if you are the enemy of fire, then he will not do that for you. So when you're the friend of the fire, then the fire will not destroy you, but he will bless you. So God bless you. God doesn't destroy no one. God bless everyone. Boliye Sri Prabhu Ramachandra Ki Jai. So I now pause at this point here, and then the judgment now will go around now to Mahakali Devi, the Murti, and they will put chandan, flowers, to all of them, and take the blessings. And then we'll prepare ourselves. From 6, we'll have the reading now, 6 to 8. Boliye Sri Prabhu Ramachandra Ki Jai. Bow to the Bedi. Pavan Putra Hanuman Ki Jai. Boliye Sri Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki Jai. Let me say Jai Jai Staram to all of you. And on behalf of the Kanick Baba Shiv Mandir, a warm welcome to one and all. Just to remind you all, as we had complete puja, Bhagwan Sri Ram or Sita Devi Mata Puja, now we're going to have what's called the discourse or Katha from the Ramayana. So give you a few seconds as Malayam gets in, prepare themselves, as we're about to start. Siyabar Ramachandra Ji Ki Jai. Sharanang Prabhu Natamam Sankat Ko Hari. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Boliye Sri Prabhu Ramachandra Ki Jai. Courage, let's all please stand. Those who are unable to stand, you could remain sitting. No, nothing is wrong with that. Those who can stand, please stand. Let's all join our hands together, close our eyes and bow our head. Hari Om, Hari Om. Nilam Bhuje Shamalako Malangam Sita Samarupitu Bhama Bhagyam Panu Mahasayak Charu Chapam नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। ॐ साग्यं चावरति संयुक्तं वहन्नायोजितं मया दीपं गृहान् देवेशि त्रैलोक्यं तिमिरापहम्। रामायण आरती। आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की। बोलो।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
गावत ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद, गावत ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद, वाल्मीकि विज्ञान विशारद। बोलो।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
सुख सनकादिश अरुषारद, सुख सनकादिश अरुषारद, बरने पवन सुत कीरतनी की। बोलो।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
व्यास आदि कवि बाज बखानी, व्यास आदि कवि बाज बखानी, कागभूषो निगरुद्र के की। बोलो।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
गावत संतत श्याम भवानी, गावत संतत श्याम भवानी, और गत श्याम मुनि विज्ञानी। बोलो।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
कली मलहार निविषय रस पी की, कली मलहार निविषय रस पी की, सुभग श्रृंगार मोक्ति यौवती की। बोलो।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
हर निरोग भव हर निरोग भव मुनियमी की शास्त्र मातु सब विधि तुलसी की। बोलो
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति घले दल लीज सियपी की।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीर्ति गली ललित सियपी की। बोलो
आरती श्री रामायण की, कीर्ति घले दल लीज सियपी की।
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे,
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 मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे, मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे। बोलो मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे,
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे,
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे, मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे। बोलिए श्री प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। आसन लीजिए, प्लीज टेक अ सीट। भक्तजनों, लक्ष्मी जन, विद्वत मंडली, ज्ञानी सभा, साधु लोग, संत समाज, ब्राह्मण देवता, मैं जन प्रणाम करता है। और श्री गोस्वामी तुलसीदास जी लिखता है, मनोकामना पूर्ण करने वाले हैं श्री ब्रह्मा, भगवान शंकर के आदि देवता सदैव के जिनकी सेवा किया करते हैं। हनुमान, सुग्रीव के आदि प्रिया के भाई के जिनकी आराधना लगे रहते हैं और ऐत एवं करुणा रूपी के अमृत के सागर है। और श्री संत तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं, बड़े भाग्य से रामायण कथा, रामायण सत्संग, यज्ञ और श्री संत तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं, let us all sit in a comfortable position. Let's all join our hands together, close our eyes and bow our head. Today, all of you are getting the opportunity to pray to Bhagwan Shri Ram. Bhagwan Shri Ram is God. God took that form and comes upon the earth to give all of us the opportunity to pray. To pray with love, to pray to God in that form. One of the most beautiful forms that Bhagwan Sri Hari had took, the form of Bhagwan Shri Ram. Very dark and very handsome looking. Sita, very fair, very beautiful. Those two forms, that's when they bring within your mind, within your heart, and you pray, you get peace with it. And it transmits something. It transmits happiness in your lives. Even Hanuman, just thinking about Hanuman meditating upon him, looking at his form, he brings joy and happiness. Today, all of us can count ourselves very fortunate to be here in this mandir, the Kanick Baba Shiva mandir, that we can be able to sit and pray and say, God, thank you. I want you to bring that form within your heart. The form of Bhagwan Sri Ram. Those of you who had looked at the film where Bhagwan Ram and Sita as they was journeying into the forest, or in the form of a very young children upon the earth, looking at Bhagwan Ram in that childhood state, very, very handsome looking. I want you all to close your eyes on those two forms, Ram, Sita. With Bhagwan Ram when he was playing in the yard of Emperor Dasarath. If you all never look at the film, then you can look at the murti inside of the mandir with Bhagwan Ram is standing next to Sita, just on my right side. Dark will use the color blue, and next to Sita, Bhagwan Ram is smiling. Take this opportunity, pray to him. As you all will join in praying. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namo Namaha, Shri Gurudevaya Namo Namaha. Varnanamartha Sanghanam Rasanam Chandrasamapi Mangalanam Chakartarao Vande Mani Vinayakao Bhavani Shankara Vande Shraddha Vishwasarupinam Yabhyam Vinana Pashyanti Siddha Swanta Samishwaram Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Guru Shankara Rupinam Yamasrito He Vakro Api Chandraha Sarvatra Banyatim Amaguna Gramam Punyaranya Viharanahum Vande Vishuddha Vijnano Kapishwara Kapishwaram Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaram Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namo Riddhi Siddhi Data Siddhi Sajan Ki Lal Ki Sumiro Barambar Madan Kadan Ki Lal Ki Jehi Sumirat Siddh Gananayaka Karivara Badanam Karavu Anugraha Soin Bodhirashi Subhaguna Sadanam Moka Hoi Bacha Pangochare Girivara Gahanam Jaso Kripa Sodaya Dravaho Sakala Kalimaladahanam नील सरोरुह श्याम तरुणयरुण बारिजनयनम् करवु सुमम ऊर्धाम सदा क्षीर सागर शयनम् कुंद इंद्र समदेहा उमारमन करुणायनम् जाहि दीन परनेहा करवु कृपामदनमयनम् बंदवु गुरु परकान् कृपा सिंधु नर रूप हरि महामोहतम पूर्ण जासु बचन रवि कर निकरा राम राम जन सब को विप्रन को प्रणाम दिन में जो हरि भक्त है उनको सीताराम सरस्वती माता तुझे विनय करो कर जोरी दया तुम्हारी धामिनी धम के घनमति मोरी नमो नमो हे पवन सुता नमो नमो हनुमंता दास तुम्हें पुरकार कहे हरहु क्लेश तुरंता जय जय सीताराम की जय लक्ष्मण बलवंता जय कपीश सुग्रीव की जय अंगर हनुमान बंदव राम पुनः पुनः शिव मन मानस हंस दशरथ जिर बिहारी जन्मे रघुकुल वंश कथा आरंभ होत है सुनहु वीर हनुमान आई के आसन लीजिए सीता सहित भगवान बंदौ तुलसीदास को बसते राजपुर गाँव भव सागर पार करन को रचियो राम नाम सकल शुभा सिद्धि करे हनुमान कृपा करहु शिवनंदना बुद्धि बरे जहि मोरी व्यास आदि नर पुंगवा नारद आदि मुनि दिनकर ब्रह्मा शेष गुरु सब कहनाऊषी सरोजर जा निज मन मुकुंद सुरा बरनो रघुबर विमल यशा जो दायक पल चान बोधहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु क्लेश विकार पवन तनय संकट हरणं मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहितं हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सिया पटे रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणं उमापति महादेव की जय पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय ओ ऐसा जगन्नाथ की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सियापति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणं प्रभु। बोलिए सनातन धर्म की। So at this point, KCG, I now invite him on the microphone, and he's going to give us the Saraswati Bandana, and then that will follow by a bhajan, and then BBG will give us one bhajan, and then I'll ask Malini, and then Sandip and Safir will all make the contribution, one bhajan each, right? So now hand it to KCG.
देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संकृता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता जय जय श्री सरस्वती माता
Chuti chuti gaya, chuti chuti gwa. 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 Chutu sumiru marine gupa. Chutu sumiru marine gupa. Chutu sumiru marine gupa. Chutu sumiru marine gupa. Chuti chuti gaya, chuti chuti gwa. Chuti chuti gaya, chuti chuti gwa. Chutu sumiru marine gupa. Chutu sumiru marine gupa. आगे आगे गैया, पीछे पीछे गवा. 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 पीछे में मेरो मरने गुपा. पीछे में मेरो मरने गुपा. छुटी छुटी गैया, छुटी छुटी गवा. Chuti chuti gaya, chuti chuti gwa. Chuti chuti gaya, chuti chuti gwa. Chuti chuti gaya, chuti chuti gwa. Chutu sumiru marine gupa. Chutu sumiru marine gupa. काली काली गैया, घूरी घूरी गवा. 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 श्याम वरने मेरो मरने गोपा. श्याम वरने मेरो मरने गोपा. छुटी छुटी गैया, छुटी छुटी गवा. Chuti chuti gaya, chuti chuti gwa. Chutu sumiru marine gupa. Chutu sumiru marine gupa. कास गई गैया, दूर भी गवा. 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 बाघ ने खाए मेरो मरने गोपा. चुति गैया चुति चुति ग्वा चुति चुति गैया चुति चुति ग्वा चुतु सुमेरु मरिने गोपा चुतु सुमेरु मरिने चुति चुति सखिया मधुबन भाव 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 रासर छाये मेरो मरने गोपाल रासर छाये मेरो मरने गोपाल चुति चुति गैया चुति चुति ग्वा चुति चुति गैया चुति चुति ग्वा चुतु सुमेरु मरने गोपाल चुतु सुमेरु मरने गोपाल चुति चुति गैया चुति चुति ग्वा चुति चुति गैया चुति चुति ग्वा चुतु सुमेरु मरने गोपाल चुतु सुमेरु मरने गोपाल चुतु सुमेरु मरने गोपाल
मर्द पियासा राम मर्द पियासा धोबिया जल बीचब मर्द पियासा धोबिया जल बीचब मर्द पियासा धोबिया जल बीचब मर्द पियासा ओ मर्द पियासा राम मर्द पियासा राम मर्द पियासा धोबिया जल बीचब मर्द पियासा चल में तार पिए नहीं मूर्ख अच्छा चल है कासा रामा अच्छा चल है कासा चल में तार पिए नहीं मूर्ख अच्छा चल है कासा रामा अच्छा चल है कासा अपने घर को मन मन जाने करनो पिया गया दो बिया चल विषम मरद पिया दो बिया चल विषम मरद पिया दो बिया चल विषम मरद पिया चन में दो प्यारे में दो वे चन में हो ये उदास रामा चन में हो ये उदास चन में हो यारे में दो वे चन में उदास रामा चन में हो ये उदास आप न भाने कर्म की रस्सी आप न करे या उदास दो बिया चल बीच में मरद पियास दो बिया चल बीच में मरद पियास दो बिया चल बीच में मरद पियास ओ मरद पियास राम मरद पियास राम मरद पियास दो बिया चल बीच में मरद पियास दो बिया चल बीच में मरद पियास दो बिया चल बीच में मरद पियास
पति महादेव की जय। भक्तजनों, राज रात्रि रामायण कथा, रामायण यज्ञ, इस रामायण कथा और बालकांड और श्री संत तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं भगवान श्री राम और रामायण महात्म, और तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं हे संत समाज सुनो, राम कथा और सुख देने वाले हैं, राम कथा के मुक्ति देने वाले हैं। और तुलसीदास जी कहते मुक्ति जन्म मही जानी, ज्ञान कानिय हानि का इस रामायण में तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं, और रामायण शोक पीड़ा संकट के नाश करने वाले हैं। और भगवान श्री रामचंद्र जी, और इस रामायण और सुख की प्राप्ति होती है। और श्री संत तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं, हे संत समाज, हाथ जोड़ की विनती करो, let's all pray so hands together, close our eyes and bow our head. As Shri Sant Tulsidas Ji tells us, from the very beginning of the Ramayana, Balkana of the Ramayana, Tulsidas Ji tells us, as he enlightened the whole world, Tulsidas said, Suno, listen, Duha. और श्री संत तुलसीदास जी लिखता है, और इस रामायण में तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं राम कथा मंदाकिनी और चित्रकूट चित्र चारु। तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं निज संदेहा मोह ब्रह्म हरणी। तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं भगवान श्री रामायण कथा की मुक्ति देने वाले हैं, और इस रामायण में और पवित्र करने वाले हैं। और तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं इस रामायण अवतार और आनंद के लिए, और शोक तो पीड़ा और सोच तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं और नाश करने वाले हैं। और तुलसीदास जी लिखता है भगवान राम अति सुंदर है, और सीता देवी और भगवान श्री रामचंद्र जी और वंदना करता है, और सुंदर भगवान श्री राम और सीता जी सुंदर है। तुलसीदास जी ने तुलसी सुभगा स्नेह बना सिया रघुबीर बिहारू। रघुबीर रघुनाथ भगवान श्री रामचंद्र जी इस कुल में। और तुलसीदास लिखता है मन और शोक पीड़ा और रात और रामायण कथा और रवि है, और नाश करने वाले और तम। तुलसीदास जी tells us राम कथा मंदाकिनी। Tulsi said in this very doha is known as the Mahatma of the Ramayana, the greatness of Ram Charit Manas, or the greatness of the Ramayana. Tulsidas reminds all of us, and I'll ask of you all, before you leave this very place and to journey to your home, I would like you all to bow to the Ramayana. You'll see in front of you there is the Ramayana. And you also have two of the Vedas is being placed there. Because the Ramayana contains Chara Veda, the 4 Vedas. The 18 Puranas, this is why Tulsi says Chara Veda Purana Ashtadasha. The 18 Puranas is contained in this Ramayana. And when you can only come to the flowers there and bow to the Ramayana, it's like going into a holy place. We journey from Trinidad and go to all the way to India and go to Vrindavan, Mathura, Kashi, Ayodhya to get the blessings of those places with God to Kautar. And right here in the Ramayana, all those holy places are here in the Ramayana. Great. And this Ramayana can give you mukti. But here what Tulsidas, Ram Katha is likened, Ram Katha, the history of Bhagwan Ram. Mandakini is referred to the Mandakini river. The Mandakini river has 2 banks. One bank is the narrator and the other bank is the Srota, those who listen. Those who listen to the greatness of the Ramayana. But in the river has that water that flows through that river. It's called the Ganga Jal. That Ganga Jal, Tulsidas, he says, mukti dene wali, give liberation. Those who go there, or those who touch the Ramayana, is like bathing in the Ganga Jal. You purify yourself. When you touch 2 wires coming, electricity wire, the positive and the negative, you get a full current there. By touching the Ramayana, you are generating your own self. You are awakening all the good principles within you, how to be nice, how to be good, how to be generous, how to be kind, loving. This is what the Ramayana teaches all of us. Who will not bow to the Ramayana? Who will not want to listen to the Ramayana? Only those whose head is like a huge rock. They will not want to listen to the Ramayana. It's just like water pouring upon the rock, but cannot penetrate it. Tulsidas says that water that flows through that that river there, flows straight to the city of Chitrakoot, where Bhagwan Ram resided together with Sita in Chitrakoot. That very place there, Tulsidas had went there, and he was able to get the darshan of Bhagwan Sri Ram, Sita, when he was instructed by Hanuman, in this very place you're going to see Bhagwan Ram. Tulsidas is telling the whole world that this very river that flows from a mountain known as Anastudya Parvat, that mountain where Lord Shiva himself resides on that mountain, and the water from the Jata Bhagwan Shivji flows down from his Jata into a little pool, and from the pool it flows down the mountain, what you normally calls a spring. Many of these rivers here in Trinidad you may find us above, very high up. It's a spring, and the water flows out there and flows downwards. It is said that Ganga Devi Mata at one point in time had appeared upon that very mountain by a great lady known as Anastudya Mata. When she sat there together with her husband Atrishi for many, many years. Very important family, very important devotees of God. When you can able to sit together in yajnas and puja, in holy tirth, in holy places, you're going to gain blessings. But when you go elsewhere, where there is a fete, where there is alcohol, where there is gambling, then no one will respect you there. They will disrespect your dharapatni. Very important, that very spot there, Anastudya Mata sat together with Atrishi and encouraged him to remain there for many, many months until that place become parched and the water was all dried up. And when he opened his eyes, he said to his Dharapatni Anastudya Mata, great lady, every mother upon the earth is very great, very important. Today our parents brings up young children, very respected. But when you see they get married, all the devotion and bhakti sometimes disappear. And they change and becomes different. Very important. Anastudya Mata sat there. When he opened his eyes, he said to her, Devi, I'm very thirsty. Can you bring me some water? She got up from where she was seated, took a giant, she went searching upon that mountain top for water. But where can she find water in a parched place? She started to cry. Ma, Ganga Devi, Ma, you who are the giver of water, Ma, today my husband is going to die, and there is no water upon this mountain. her devotion and bhakti in her heart draw Ganga Devi from miles and miles away and bring she upon that mountain top. Not forcefully, but love. And Ganga Devi appeared upon that mountain and said to her, "Oh sister, tell me, what are you searching for?" As if she does not know. She said, "Ma, my husband will die if he does not get water. He is very thirsty." She said to her, "Go and tell your husband there is no water on this mountain top." She said, I rather die, but I will not go back and tell him I did not find water. You see the devotion, bhakti in her heart? Some say, "Baba, what's so great in that?" She'd rather die. If she died, the husband will get somebody else. Not like her. Not like she. By being worse than. Anasuya Mata, with tears in her eyes, Ganga Devi turned to she and said, "Sister, I am Ganga Devi Mata, and I'm going in that very spot there, and I'm going to dissolve myself in that spot. I want you to carry this water and save the life of your husband. He is my devotee." Ganga Devi went and dissolved herself. But you know what Anasuya Mata said to her? "Only under one condition. If my husband should ask me where I got this water, when he come here, you disappear. What are you going to tell him? He going to find me lying. If you could remain here, and I'll take this water and carry it to him. And if you should ask me, I will take him here, bring him back here." And Ganga Devi gives she her word. Oh sister, carry the water." There she dipped the water and she carried it and she gave it to Atri Rishi, that great sage. When he drank the water, he said, "Devi, where you get this water from?" She said, "Not too far from here, there's a lake upon this mountain." "Oh yes, Swami." But he had a little doubt in his mind. So he wanted to see, he said, "Let us go and see where is this water." The water is so sweet. Not like with sugar in it. And there she carry him. And when she reached by the lake, Ganga Devi took back her form. And she bowed to Atri Rishi. And Atri Rishi said that, "Oh Ma, today you saved my life, Ma, because of my Dharam Patni. Because of my Dharam Patni, my wife. You saved my life. Why don't you remain right upon the earth and save the life of millions and billions of people?" And there, Ganga Devi Mata listened to the great sage Atri Rishi, and she remained upon that mountain top, saving the life of millions and millions around the world. Today, this Ramayana that Tulsidas is telling us just how that sage life was saved. Today, all of your lives is going to save here today by the Ramayana, by touching the Ramayana, taking the blessing of Bhagwan Ram, Sita. Today, your life is going to be blessed. Your children are going to be blessed. When you look around today and see families, how children are abusing their parents, how children are speaking to parents, how parents are going astray, children are going astray, drinking, fetting, liming, no devotion. Bhagwan Ram is telling the world that, oh man, he wants the whole world to be happy. How are you going to be happy? Listen, as Sant Tulsidas, she is telling the whole world, Ram Katha Mandakini Chittakuta Chittacharu, that very place that gives the four fruit of life, Dharam, Arth, Kam, and Moksha. Dharam means righteousness, how to walk on the right path. Do you know how to walk on the right path? Yes, Baba, I know. I went to school. And I know how to walk on the right path. To reach to God, to do the right things. You know how many people went to the University of the West Indies and they came back here with a doctorate, a PhD, and they're still doing wrong things? Scheming, lying, thieving, you name it. How do you know that you are walking on the right path? Only when you listen to the Ramayana. Only when you can able to sit down with your family and listen, read how Bhagwan Ram, when he came upon the earth, you ever see him at any time putting a cigarette in his mouth and smoking? Very important, parents. If you want your child to do the correct thing, then you have to do the correct thing. If you are not doing the correct thing, what's the correct thing? Get it up early in the morning, take your bath, offer your dhal, offer flowers, thank that Lord. The whole sit and do a little job. Worship God, do yajnas in your home. Why think so many things are happening during this period of time now? How many people today want a yajna done in the home? Baba, you know how much money I have to spend? Look what they're thinking. Baba, I have to build a big place, I have to have a big place. So if they don't have a big place, they can't do no yajna. Many years ago, throughout Trinidad, many years, I know a pundit told me, he said, Baba, I did 52 yag in 1 year. 52 yag he did in 1 year. And imagine how many pundits throughout Trinidad, how many yag they did. More yagna, people was more educated. They was more devoted. They was more religious. Today, less yagna. And how religious we are. Baba, I only for Pandit to do. It's only Pandit that to sing bhajan. Only Pandit that to do Havan. Only Pandit that to read Ramayana. Well, I will tell you all something. Not only for us, but on the topic of Pandit, Manuj has gained that title. Manuj had gained the title Pandit. That was given to him. Very great. If all of us take our children to the mandirs and to our guru and teach them what is called dharma, they will get the title Pandit. When you know how you can able to do a puja and you can able to help somebody, you could be able to help somebody on the pathway to realization, to salvation. Very important. But we all would turn and say, by singing, learning bhajan is for the sadhus, is for the pandit. That is not for me. So what is for you? Baba, smoking, drinking, gambling, lying, scheming, doing all sort of wicked things. And we give up the good things. We give up being a nice person, a religious person. Very important. This is why today you'll hear people say it. In your own village, you know how many people criticize Hanuman? They cannot see the greatness of Hanuman, that they can pass and bow to Hanuman. But they say, take down Hanuman from there. Move him from there. Hindu people criticizing Hanuman. That is stage you reach into. Why can't you see divinity? See God. Get flowers and offer it there. I make mention when I place Hanuman. Casey can tell you that. All our members here. I make mention and I said, when you're passing, pick up flowers and offer it at the feet of Hanuman. Bow to Hanuman. Don't put no money. I never said to go and put dachina there. I said put up flowers. A person said, Baba, I want to offer dachina. I said, don't offer no dachina. We will encourage, you know what? And we don't want that to happen. Very important. Here Tulsidas is telling the world, Tulasi Subhaga Saneha Pana Siya Raghubira Biharu. That very place, this mandir, give the four fruits of life: dharam, righteousness, earth, your wealth. Parents, have you teach your children and tell them, earn your wealth through dharma. Earn your wealth through dharma. Our father said, his son, he said, son, go in town and buy equipment. So he gone to buy a farmer. So the farmer is $250,000. He come and tell the father, he said, Pa, the farmer is selling for $300,000. And you get a good deal there. It is more than that, $400,000. But again for $300,000. The father took his son, take it, go buy it. You call that dharma? I add dharma. The poor old man, he can't go, he can't read the right, all right? So the son feel he outsmart him. He drive in the farmer, and the farmer turn over. Well, you know what happened? Why you have to lie and scheme to do something like that? Dharam, earth, your wealth. Dharam, earth, calm. What is calm? Calm is desires. What you desire. What all of us will desire in life. You know what I desire? I want to do this yajna. And I said, Prabhu, Ma, please, I can't do anything. Only you can do it, Ma. Use me as an instrument. And we can do a lot of things here. You all know, ask some of the members of the mandir. It was very difficult, just a couple of days. One of my brothers from all the way from Arukan came down here. Casey and his Dhanam Patni and other members came here just to clear, to remove something from here, kite upstairs. Just for the yajna to go on. Sometimes Casey leave here late in the night. But he gave us the encouragement. I couldn't do anything. He do the majority. I just, they're talking with him. Give him the encouragement to do. And he come and he help painting and cleaning up and moving this and moving that. God sent him here. And we recognize, see these things. I said, Casey, thank you very much. He said, but don't mention. Today we feel privileged. I said to Malini and Devya, look at the sacrifice that Casey and other members, boy, the volume from Maluka and his son, his Dharam Patni, and she will come and sweep up, mop up, clear up. You know, Skillet, come and help us too. Popolal, you know what blessing is that? Ask Popolal, he come. And he never said, Baba, you're giving me $40, $50 for doing our work, eh? He never said that. And all of them put hands together today. This is what I call dharma. Dharam, earth, your wealth, your health and strength, your wealth. Calm, And what to the end? Chara putra, chara palhe. Chara pal, 4 fruit. Bhagwan Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Satruhan demonstrates upon the earth. If you want good children and devoted children, then you as all of us as parents must do the correct thing. You know how nice it is that you could come by Hanuman and you can be able to sit down and chant and sing his praises. And the amount of joy and happiness you're going to receive doing that. He says, Tulasi Subhaga Sanehapana Siya Raghubir Bihadu, Lord Ramchan and Sita will go there. You know what purpose Lord Ramchan went there? To give darshan to the whole world. Not only to go and relax in it. People will go there to visit, to get the darshan of Bhagwan Ram. Listen to what Tulsidas says in this Chaupai, 2 Chaupai. Tulsidas tells us, as Malini goes to sing the Chaupai, I want you all to clap. Please join in what you're singing, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. All of you will get the opportunity to sing Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Join, sing.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai
glorify the name of Bhagwan Ram. Glorify the name of Sita Devi. When you can do that, you make God happy. He adds a little more essence, and He'll bless you with all those things to make you all prosperous and happy.
सकल व्रत धर मानी मती जय राम जय राम जय जय राम
Shri Rama Jai Rama Jaya Jaya Rama
मंगल भवनय मंगल हारी
Mangal Bhavanaya Mangal Hari
मंगल भवनय मंगल हारी हृदय सुदर्शन
Ajira Bihari
अजिर
Bihari Rama Ajira Bihari Ajira Bihari Rama Bhoso Dasharata Ajira Bihari
जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
और श्री गोस्वामी तुलसीदास जी कहते राम कथा चिंतामणि चारु संत सुमति सुभग श्रृंगारु जग मंगल गुण ग्राम राम के दानी मुक्ति धर्म धाम की. Well, when this Chaupai, when he sing this Chaupai, I smile. And I remember something happened today. You know, Ram Katha Chintamani Charu. Tulsidas ji said that Ram Katha is like, is a Chintamani, like that gem they call it Chintamani. A gem, you know, as once God had taken a form of sadhu and he wanted to demonstrate to the world, teach the world a lesson. So he went by a very poor man and he told the man, he said, look, I'm giving you this gem. This gem is so valuable. If you take this gem and touch it to any metal, it turn it into gold. But listen, I've given you the opportunity to make yourself wealthy. And from today, I'm returning back here 4 days from today. On exact 12 midday, I coming back at your home to receive back this gem. So I've given you this gem to come out of that state of poverty. And his sage gave it to him and he went his way. This fellow now thinking, this gem is so great as he had said. But why take one piece of metal or 2 pieces of metal and take this gem and touch to it? It's only 2 chunks of gold I'm going to get. So he take it and place it in a spot. And he went searching for metal. All old junk and iron and so on, he started packing up in his yard. And gathering and collecting, time went so fast that all he was thinking about is the whole yard to pack up with a mountain of gold. So he keep on bringing and packing and packing. And he reached, the 4 days reach upon him. And he sit down now and say, yes, today I'm going to become billionaire. I'm going to become the most richest man in the world. He said, thank God, look today. All I had to do go and bring this gem and touch to the metal now. And this whole heap going to become, the whole heap of junk iron going to become gold. So he said, let me take a little rest. And he sit down there now, and he lean back and he fall asleep. And as the eye opened now, about to go, the sadhu returned and come. He said, okay, now it's exact 12 o'clock. Hand me the gem. He said, well, I had the gem inside. And all I want to take this gem and touch to this heap of old iron, and you'll turn gold. See, I give you 4 days to do that, and you didn't do it. I want the gem right now. Exact 12 o'clock. Let us walk together inside and hand it to me. And the sadhu walked inside with him and took that gem, and he was thinking at that point in time, look, how more big heap of gold I will have here. If I could only take this gem and touch it here, give me 1 little second. A small second. You have a big and a small in second? Said, no, it's too late. And the sadhu took the gold and went his way, and he remained there and become a very tired and a poor sadhu. He was too greedy. He was too greedy. He says, Ram Katha brightens your intellect. He makes you think positive, good things, nice things. Like today, Sandip went and buy a few items and bring it for me. And I now push my hand in my pocket and I take out 5 notes and I hand him it. I hold the hand him, I say, hold this, 500. So Sandeep looked at me and he laughed, he smiled. So I said, why are you smiling for? He said, nothing. I said, yeah, no, something wrong. Why are you smiling? He said, no, nothing. I said, let me see what I give you a day. Well, when he want to give me, I said, let me see it, hand me, let's hand me, see what it is. What I opened is 520. So he said, that's okay. I said, no. I take back the 520 for him, and I give him what it says was. But to show he was okay with it, is that he know I didn't really check it. I just take it out and hand him it. But I want to have in my pocket 520. But very important. Another person, he may go to say, no, I give you 5. Why you coming to life for now? That time you really didn't give the person the value. So, Tulsidas, Ramakatha, Chintamani, Chadu, Santa Sumatitya Suhaga Sringadu. It brightens your intellect. That knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding, that you're able to understand God. Who is God? What is God? Why God sent you upon this earth? You know what Tulsidas said? Jagamangala gunagrama rama ke dani mukti dhan, wealth, dharma, righteousness. Gunagram, the storehouse of what? Wealth. The storehouse of happiness, dharma, righteousness. Where you get all those things? All those things you get in the mind. All this is stored in your mind. Tulsidas is telling the world, Ram and Sita, Janani, Siya Ram Prema ke, his mother and father. Are you forgetting God? We said to him, Dashmas rahe jab gar mein hi प्रभु से तुम कौन लकिया मैं बाहर है हरि भक्ति करो ते ही कारण लोक भेद किया इति आए जगत में भूल गए मन चेत करो भज राम सिया जिन जन्म लिया. Very beautiful. God, please send me upon this earth and I will remember you, Lord. We make the promise to God. And when God sent me upon the earth, we forget him. And we're still in our sleeping stage. We are wake up. Wake up, oh man, open your eyes and look around. Just last night, my brother Samuel came back here. And he was not here. I said, God, Hanuman, protect you. Really and truly, look how things has happened. I was there across the road. Samuel was there. Bhaiya, and he rubbing on, clean out the stand with the grounds placed on it there. And I told him, I said, I go in and bring Vishnu come. God, I'm going to bring God come, Vishnu. And I left and I gone. And then somebody came in there. The man asked him, who is that man there? He said, I Hanuman. And what he gonna do? He said, he protect you, boy, he protect. Well, let me see he protect you now. And he pull out a blade. Ask Samuel, he fired 4 chop at him. The first one passed close to his neck. Second one by his wrist. Third one by his hand. The fourth one by his belly. Each one by his hand got a little cut. The rest, the one by his belly, gave him a scrape. He stepped back. He said, Baba, if you was here, you think you could do that? It's true. Samuel came here and saved me, protect me. Go. You go and bring Vishnu come. And Narad went to bring Lord Vishnu come. See it? When Vishnu come, the man gone. He couldn't really face Lord Vishnu. We take him, carry him to Paria. But the police give him 4 bullets. You know what they say? They say the man had, the skin is like leather. He got 4 bullets and he had it. But he had to come back on the earth and he had to suffer on the earth. And he had to apologize, he had to beg. How far he could run. He showed, he asked him what this man can do. He said, he'll protect you, he'll protect all of us. And did protect him. He fired to his neck, you know. He still had the mark. Hanuman protect you. Hanuman protected all of us. Don't forget Hanuman. Don't forget Hanuman. And this is what Lord Ramchandra said, I'll leave Hanuman upon the earth. Which side is Hanuman's side? All the sides belongs to Hanuman. The whole universe. One point in time, Bhim thought to himself, he was mighty, big and powerful. So he walked in going on this track. And while he walked in, he see an old monkey on his side. And his tail run across. So he said, hey, you old monkey, move your tail from the road. He said, Bhaiya, I'm so weak, I'm so old. Can you move my tail and put it aside and walk? Bhim with the mighty power. He take his both hand and first he take one of his hands to lift the tail. He couldn't shake the tail. He take his both hands and hold on to the tail and he couldn't shake it. When that had happened, Bhim was so powerful, he had about 10 man power, like Samuel, not like me. And when he realized he can't shake the tail of Hanuman, he threw himself at the feet and started to beg, Hanuman, tell me who you are. Tell me, old monkey, who you are. And then Hanuman took back his original form. And when Bhim saw him, Bhim fell ashamed, fell at the feet of Hanuman and bowed to him and said, I am testing you. Some of us become like that. To destroy that, Tulsidas is telling the world, the whole world, Hanuman is here to protect us. But somehow we can't see these things. So Tulsidas tells us, Jagamangala Gunagrama Ramake, Dani, Adgiva, Mukti, liberation, salvation. Why salvation? Salvation is freedom. When you can able to understand this body is a vehicle that can able to take us to our destination. When you reach your destination, you'll take off this clothes, the body, and look for something more fitting and suiting. So Tulsi is telling us that this fella was a parent's son, but the parents did not put all that towards the children, to educate the children and allow them to become good citizens upon the earth, good human being, how to be nice, how to be kind, how to be loving. Many years in school, our teacher told us, when you see an old person by the road, hold their hand and cross them over the street. Do you think you could do that today? Don't try to do that. You might hold the old man's hand to cross him over the road, and he may scramble your hand. And if it's a lady, well, you know what is happening around the world today. If they kidnap them and rape them and murder them and kill them, and dump them some place. So you have to be very careful. You don't know who is that old person, who is that person wanted help. Think twice, then act once. Think twice, then act. Be careful, teach your children how to be careful when they go to school. Children approach them. Come, child, come. You ever smoked this yet? You ever drink this liquid? Take a pull. And they encourage you now to take a smoke. And parents, don't be like the father telling his son, every day 15 minutes per day. Son, you mustn't smoke cigarette, eh? Cigarette damage your lungs. Every day he tell his son that. And when he finished now, he go in a corner and light a cigarette. One day, after 10 years, the neighbor come and tell the man, I see your son smoking cigarette and he healthy. He say, you're crazy? Every day I speak to my son, I tell him not to smoke. And the dangers in smoking cigarettes. He say, you lying on my son? Go from here. And he run the man. One day the man see the boy hiding in the bush smoking. He run, come and hold the father. He say, come, I'll show you something. Come. And he carry him. When he go on there, he see his son smoking cigarette. Call his son. He says, son, every day, 15 minutes per day, I lecture to you on smoking cigarette is not good. He said, yes, Pa, you really do that. But Pa, you always tell me the bad side of smoking cigarette, but you never tell me the good side. He says, son, you have no good side. He says, so why are you going to call and smoke? You're lecturing and telling your son not to smoke by you smoking. You're telling your son not to drink by you drinking. You're telling your daughters not to drink by you drinking. And this is what mashed up our homes today. You may sound bad, eh? You may sound bad. Rum, drugs, these are the things damaging our home, mashing up our home. Our good children, our good homes being destroyed. A guy said, rum kill the mother, rum kill the father, rum kill the whole generation. That is a true thing, true statement. Here they remind, very important, parents, children, listen to your parents. Listen to the teachings of your parents. Parents, if you want to inject those teachings, the good things, then you practice it, live in a good life. Practice it. And this is what Lord Ramchandra is teaching the world. This is what you remind. If you buy a Ramayana and put it in your home, not only Pandits must have a Ramayana in the home. Everybody should buy a Ramayana. Please don't disrespect the Ramayana. put out flowers, put out diya light, do arati, allow the children to bow to it. Call somebody in your home who can read and explain, so your children will learn, your dharam patni will learn, the father in the home will learn, everybody will learn what is their duty and responsibility. This is what it reminds about. Not that the Lord Ramchandra come upon the earth, go in the forest, come back, destroy Ravan. Die not all. So the Ramayana is a gem. The Ramayana, Jagamangala Gunagram, Jag is the world. Gun, Ram, all the good virtues. Ramaki, Dani, he gives you. Dharma, Arth, Kam, Moksha, Dhan, wealth. What else do you want in the world? I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't want that. I want to be devoted to God. I want to see Yajna and Puja, not to make money. I want to serve God because when the soul comes out of the body, material thing has no value for the soul there. So very important. I don't want to become a millionaire. I want to become a devotee of God. I want to do Yajna, Puja, and after this Yajna finish, the Ganesh Yajna will start. And I ask of you all to support your dharma. Not me. Support your dharma, that your dharma. I want to thank all of you for leaving your home and coming here and supporting Yajna in your life, in your dharma. You know how great and wonderful it is. These blessings that you will get, you will hand it down to your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren. Keep on doing that. No matter what, people will try to condemn you, people will criticize you, people will try to convert you. They cannot convert you. They cannot convert who you are and what you are. And very important, this is what Lord Ramchandra is telling the world. So I'm going to pause at this point here. I'll be able to do the Havan, and then while the Havan is in progress, we'll have Bhajan, Kirtan, and then we'll do the final part. So members of the group, please join together. And just to remind you all, I make mention that we will be able to start the Hindi class, and we are also going to start a Bhajan class that your children can learn how to sing a Bhajan. And very important, so wherever they go, they can be able to become great singers. But we will be able to tell you in future, you know. So at this point, I hand over back to the group. Members, please join sing while Havan, I go to do the Havan, and then we'll have the final Pratna. बोलिए श्री प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की।
वीर हनुमाना अति बलवाना, राम राम सियोरे, ओ प्रभु मन वसिया रे।
वीर हनुमाना अति बलवाना, राम राम सियोरे, प्रभु मन वसियोरे।
वीर हनुमाना अति बलवाना, राम राम रसियो रे, ओ प्रभु मन वसियो रे।
जय जय राम सिया राम, जय जय राम 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 सिया राम।
जय राम सिया राम, जय जय राम 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 सिया राम।
बजरंग बाला तिरु तिरी माला, दीन दयाल रे, संकट हरियो रे। बजरंग बाला तिरु तिरी माला, दीन दयाल रे, संकट हरियो रे। वीरा ही सुनियो रे, प्रभु मन भसियो रे। जो कोई गावे अर्ज लगावे, सबकी सुनियो रे, प्रभु मन भसियो रे। वीरा है तुम्हारा अति बलवाना, राम राम रसियो रे, प्रभु मन भसियो रे।
हनुमान अति बलवाना, राम राम रसियो रे, ओ प्रभु मन बसियो रे।
जय जय राम सिया राम, जय जय राम 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 सिया राम।
जय जय राम सिया राम, जय जय राम 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 सिया राम।
अर्ज हमारी मर्जी तुम्हारी, विनती सुनियो रे, प्रभु मन भसियो रे। अर्ज हमारी मर्जी तुम्हारी, विनती सुनियो रे, प्रभु मन भसियो रे। वीरा हनुमाना अति बलवाना, राम राम रसियो रे, प्रभु मन भसियो रे।
वीर हनुमान अति बलवाना, राम राम रसियो रे, ओ प्रभु मन वसियो रे।
जय जय राम सिया राम, जय जय राम 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 सिया राम।
जय जय राम सिया राम, जय जय राम 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 सिया राम।
जय जय राम सिया राम, जय जय राम 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 सिया राम। जय जय राम राम सिया राम, जय जय राम राम सिया राम।
ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय, सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा, निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव, सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ओम श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। बोलो राम सिया राम, बोलो राम सिया राम, बोलो राम सिया राम, बोलो राम सिया राम। तुम माता हो तुम भ्राता हो, तुम माता हो तुम भ्राता हो, तुम ही हो पिता ललाम। जय 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 श्री राम, जय
जय जय जय श्री राम।
तुम माता हो तुम भ्राता हो, तुम
माता हो तुम भ्राता हो,
तुम ही हो पिता ललाम। जय 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 श्री राम, जय
जय जय जय श्री राम।
सका पुत्र पतिरारा हो, तुम जीवन का उजियारा हो। तुम सका पुत्र पतिरारा हो, तुम जीवन का उजियारा हो। तुम सच्चे सुख का धाम। जय 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 श्री राम।
जय 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 श्री राम। तुम माता हो, दाता हो, तुम माता हो, दाता हो,
तुम ही हो पिता लला। जय 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 श्री राम।
जय 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 श्री राम।
क्लेश मिटाने वाला है, आनंद लुटाए वाला है। श्री क्लेश मिटाने वाला है, आनंद लुटाने वाला है। मंगल में तेरा राम। जय 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 श्री राम। जय 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 श्री राम। माता हो तुम, राधा हो तुम, तुम ही हो पिता लला। जय 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 श्री राम। जय 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 श्री राम। माता हो तुम, माता हो तुम, माता हो तुम, राधा हो तुम ही हो पिता लला। जय 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 श्री राम। जय 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 श्री राम। जय 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 श्री राम।
Purnavati. Very important that the word yajna comes from the Vedas. The Ved speaks about yajna. The Ved speaks about puja. The Ved speaks about the words of God. The Vedas speaks about it. Very important to remind all of us. When I sit here, I'm not higher than you or higher than anybody. But the Vedas make mention, and really and truly, the parliament in Trinidad and Tobago, all of the method is used in Sanatana Dharma. You'll see there, you'll see in parliament, you have the Speaker of the House. He is sitting on a chair or one side, and he holds a high position. He doesn't mean to say that he is higher than anybody in Trinidad. But it's a form of matter of respect and honor. They give it to him. And you have to honor him. Otherwise, if you dishonor him, you might get 6 months in hard labor imprisonment. Very important. So the Vedas have make mention of yajna, how a yajna should be done. And there it has said that if the Ramayana is placed on a very high seat, I may sit here, but the Ramayana is in front of me here. In front of you all, I have the Ramayana there, and also Yajur Ved, Rig Ved, two of the Vedas there. Very important. It's a little above your level in sitting, it's a higher. And even the Puranas should be at very high, that we can be able to honor and honor the highest seat, give honor to the Ved, the Ramayana. Why? Because God speaks in the Ramayana. The Vedas come from God. The actually word of the law of the Lord, the Supreme Lord, is the words that are written in the Vedas. Here, very important, every night, or even to the last night, we will be able to give honor to all those who are standing up on Sanatana Dharma. You could be a Pandit, you could be a Sadhu, whoever. We honor you for doing and following that pathway to God realization. Very important. So we can be able to encourage you to continue doing that and keep on doing all those religious things that you are doing. If your child becomes a sadhu, we honor him. If your child becomes a pandit, we honor them. Because they are doing the good things. And we have to encourage them to do the good things. Very important. And we will do that. We'll continue doing that, encouraging your children, our children, to keep on doing those things are real righteous, good, as Dharma tells us. Let's all please stand, and we're going to do the Purnahuti. As the judgment hold the Purnahuti in the hand, we pray. Hari Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Saravai Purnagum Swaha Achmanyam Om Sarvaturta Samayuktam Sugandim Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Mayaratam Grihanam Parameshwari. Together we join. Arti, take the Arti. Bari ho rahi jai jai kare Prabhu Hanuman tumhari mandir mein
बड़ी हो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में
हम दुखिया दुखी बेचारे दुखियों ने वचन उतारे
हमें दुखिया दुखी बिचारे दुखियों ने वचन उचारे
बाबा करते जो उधारे प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में
बड़ी हो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान
यस जाई।
तू महादुष्ट ही अन्यायी, तू इनको सत्य सजाई।
जहाँ प्रेत लासर खारे प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में।
परियो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में।
तू बालाजी बलकारी हो, मैं इन्हें मेला मारी हूँ।
नारी हो मेहंदीपुर मेला पारी हो।
मुख धरते मारो मारे प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में।
परियो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में।
बजरंग भवन में जावे जी, मेवा में ताने चढ़ाओ जी।
बजरंग भवन में जाओ जी, मेवा में शान चढ़ाओ जी।
सत्य कचरा गर बारे प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में।
परियो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में।
बाबा दूर देश से आई, आतुर हो वचन उचारी।
बाबा दूर देश से आए हैं, आतुर हो वचन सुनाए हैं।
हरि हो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में।
परियो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में।
हरि हो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारे मंदिर में।
परियो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी मंदिर में।
हरि हो रही जय जयकार प्रभु हनुमान तुम्हारी As we do our final pratna, followed by closing prayer. Once more again, I thank Panditji, all our members of the family, KCG, Rajesh. I don't know if he's here, but maybe during the week he might come. So blessing must goes to him. He had done a lot in helping us in the mandir. Also, other members of the family, I must say to Samuel, Boy, all the way from Aruka, Manoj, all the way from Shagwanas, Rajan, across the road, he comes and also assists us and help us. Blessings will go to you and your mother, sister, and so on. I must say, well, Sandip, Savir, Sanjeev, Malini, Divyai, to all of them, and my sister sit here tonight. Vishnuji, Rameshji, Danyaho, Mangalam, and I must say to Panditji Satyanand Maharaj for the sacrifice he's making to come here and record. So blessing must go to Bhakti Television. Very nice that you all can look into it. and all those religious program, yagnas and so on throughout, bhajan, kirtan, he do recording and then play there so you all can go and look on Bhakti Television. I can't really tell you what number station that is, but I'm on Bhakti Television. If you're on cable, well, you all got to search. So very nice, very beautiful. All of you, I want to thank you all for leaving your home and coming. Those who far, near, the very family all the way from Shagwanas, I must thanks to you all for coming. Well, generally I say to all of you, thank you all very much. After we have, you all get the Arti, Panchamritam and Prasad, and then we have Mahabhojan is prepared for all of you. Please, Roshni and other members from Vishnu, Tallboy, I must say to Kimi family, well, also making preparation of the food. So blessing will go to all of you all. And then during the course of the night, we'll be able to thank, during the week, we'll be able to thank all of you. If I can't remember your name, never mind. Blessing, Bhagwan will bless all of you. Sometimes I say, Baba, you didn't call my name. So let us all pray, KCG. We thank all of you. Hari Swasti Prajabhyaha Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Guru de Brahma Guru de Vishnu Guru na Devo Maheshwaram Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Let's all sing Shanti Om for my dear. Sing.
Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om.
Tumhi ho Mata
Pita tumhi ho, tumhi ho bandhu sarkar tumhi ho.
Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om.
Tvameva Mata
Pita tumeva, tumeva bandhu jiska tumeva.
Om Shanti Om.
Thank you, Ma, blessing us today. By your blessings today, we all are here in this mandir. Ma, Bhagwan Shri Ram, Sita Devi Mata, Prabhu, thank you, Lord.
Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om.
Tvameva Vedya Dravinam Tvameva
Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva.
Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om.
Mahapati Mahadeva ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Vrindavan Krishna Chandra ki jai, Oaisa Jagannath ki jai, Bolo Bhai Sab Santan ki jai, Sriyapati Ramachandra ki jai. Boliye Shri Sanatan Dharma ki, बोलिए श्री महाकाली माता की। बोलिए श्री प्रभु रामचंद्र की, बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय जय सीताराम. आसन लीजिए, please take a seat. On behalf of Malini, Divya, Roshni, Nalini, Satyam, G, Sandip, Savir, Sajiv, Manoj, we say Jai Jai Sitaram to all of you. And thank you all and see you all tomorrow night. Savir will give his guitar tomorrow night, so please come out and support your dharma. Jai Jai Sitaram.
Sahana Vavatu, Sahanao Bhunaktu, Sahaviryan Karava Vahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Good. Welcome to the webcast of our Saturday morning Bhagavad Gita class. We're still in the midst of chapter 1, beginning our wonderful study. And as before, we'll begin each class with a recitation of 10 verses, bracketing our position in the text, that is, starting before and finishing after. And as I've mentioned before, it's really important for you to glance at the translation while I'm reciting, so that when you recite, you know the meaning of what we're reciting. We'll start a recitation today with verse 18. Please recite after me. Drupado Draupadeyascha, Drupado Draupadeyascha, Sarvashah Prativipate, Sarvashah Prativipate, Saubhadrascha Mahabahuhu, Saubhadrascha Mahabahuhu, Shankhan Dadmuh Pratak Prataka, Shankhan Dadmuh Pratak Prataka, Saghosho Dhartarashtranam, Saghosho Dhartarashtranam, Hridayani Vyadarayata, Hridayani Vyadarayata, Nabhascha Prativim Chaiva, Nabhascha Prativim Chaiva, Tumalobhyanu Narayan, Tumalobhyanu Narayan, Atha Vyavastitan Drishtva, Atha Vyavastitan Drishtva, Dhartarashtran Kapidvajaha, Dhartarashtran Kapidvajaha, Pravritte Shastra Sampate, Pravritte Shastra Sampate, dhanurudyamya pandavaha, dhanurudyamya pandavaha, hrishikesham tada vakyam, hrishikesham tada vyakyam, idamaha mahipate, idamaha mahipate, Arjnuvacha, Arjnuvacha, Senayorubayor madhye, Senayorhubayor madhye, Ratham sthapaya mechuta, Ratham sthapaya mechuta, Yavadetam niriksheham, Yavadetam niriksheham, Yodhukamanavastitan, Yodhukamanavastitan, Karmaya sahayodhavyam, Karmaya sahayodhavyam, Asmin rana samudyame, Asmin rana samudyame, Yotsyamananaveksheham, Yotsyamananaveksheham, Yahetetra samagataha, Yahetetra samagataha, Dhartarashtrasya durbuddher, Dhartarashtrasya durbuddher, Yuddhe priyachikirshavaha, Yuddhe priyachikirshavaha, Sanjayovacha, Sanjayovacha, Eva mukto hrishikesho, Eva mukto hrishikesho, Gudakeshena bharata, Gudakeshena bharata, Senayorubayor madhye, Senayorubayor madhye, Stapayatvaratottamam, Stapayatvaratottamam, Bhishmatrona pramukataha, Bhishmatrona pramukataha, Sarvesham cha mahikshitan, Sarvesham cha mahikshitan, Uvacha partha pashyaitan, Uvacha partha pashyaitan, Samavetan kurunati, Samavetan kurunati, Tatra pashyat sthitan partha, Tatra pashyat sthitan partha, Pitrnata pitamahan, Pitrnata pitamahan, Acharyan matulan bratran, Acharyan matulan bratran, Putran pautran sakinstata, Putran pautran sakinstata, Shvashuran suhridaschaiva, Shvashuran suhridaschaiva, Senayorubayorapi, Senayorubayorapi, Tan samiksha sakaunteyaha, Tan samiksha sakaunteyaha, Sarvan bandhunavastitan, Sarvan bandhunavastitan. We'll conclude our chanting here and pick up the thread where we left off. Let me back up. Okay. Good. Very good. Before we begin, I saw several questions asking what translation I'm using, that we're using for this class. And the translation is my translation. It's available on our website. What's unique about this translation is that it's divided quarter by quarter. That is, each quarter of the verse is independently translated. And for those of you who know some Sanskrit, this can, excuse me, this quarter by quarter translation can help you understand the Sanskrit better, because the English for that quarter is right there. So if you want this translation, you can find these slides on our website. Excuse me, just a moment. All right. In our last class, where we left off was with that story, and I want to return to that story of Arjuna, who, before the war began, Arjuna had a choice. He could choose either Sri Krishna's vast army, with all of its elephants and horses and weapons and all the warriors, and it was a huge army, or Arjuna was given the choice of choosing Sri Krishna and Sri Krishna alone, but Sri Krishna had a condition. He says, I won't fight, I won't lift a weapon in that war. And he didn't. He was involved, but he didn't wield any weapons on the battlefield. He, as we discussed, he served as Arjuna's charioteer. And by serving as Arjuna's charioteer, he could be with Arjuna at all times on the battlefield. That story came at the very end of the class, so I wasn't able to make a very important observation about the symbolism of Sri Krishna, of Arjuna choosing Sri Krishna. I think in part the symbolism is quite obvious, isn't it? Sri Krishna chooses dharma over might and power. And by choosing dharma, Sri Krishna representing dharma, by choosing dharma, Arjuna ensured their victory, because in the long run, dharma always wins. In the long run. In the short run, anything can happen. But if you take a big enough view, a long enough perspective, dharma wins in the long run. And this isn't just a platitude or a belief. It's really based on our understanding of dharma. Some of you know that the word dharma comes from the Sanskrit verbal root, dhr. And dhr means to hold or support. So dharma, in the broadest sense, is that which holds the world together. Or as my guru, Pujya Swami Dayananda, liked to say, he said, it is Ishvara's intelligent order. Ishvara's intelligent order, dharma, is that which holds and supports the world. Now, in this context, the importance of that is this. The world, this analogy just came into my mind. Let's see if it works. It may not work. Some of you know that in medical science, they speak of homeostasis of the body. If the body is disturbed by illness, all of its systems can be thrown off. But when you remove all that illness, the body naturally returns to its normal state. They call that homeostasis. In the same way, the world is the same. When you remove a dharma, the world returns to its natural state. Here's another example. We've been putting a lot of pollution into seas and rivers and oceans. When we stop putting pollution into those bodies of water, eventually those bodies of water will become pure again. They will cleanse themselves. They will return to their normal, natural state if they're allowed to. These are examples of dharma, the self-healing or self-restoring nature of the world. And that is evidence of dharma. That's what we mean when we define dharma as that which holds the world, that which sustains the world due to Ishvara's intelligent order. So the point here then is when I said dharma will prevail in the long run. Why? Because just the entire world wants to return, so to speak, to its natural state. And just as a body returns to its natural state when illness is removed, just as a river returns to its natural state when pollution is removed, in the same way, the world returns to its natural state when adharma is removed. And one thing we know about the world, about adharma, like any effort or action in the world, it's all temporary. So any human effort is finite and limited and will eventually come to an end, including adharmic efforts. So when those adharmic efforts get expended, we'll say, when they finally run their course and they finish and they go away, the world returns to its natural state. That natural state is dharma. And in this way, dharma prevails in the long run. It can take an awful long time, but dharma will prevail. And back to the symbolism, when Arjuna chose Sri Krishna, Arjuna was choosing dharma, and having chosen dharma, definitely Arjuna and the Pandavas would prevail in the long run. It took 18 horrible days of war. The Bhagavad Gita is set in the very first of those 18 days of war. But after those 18 horrible days of war, Arjuna and the Pandavas prevailed. Okay. Back to our text. So, would you pick it up where we left off? Please note that this Arjuna Uvacha comes in the middle of a verse. You remember I said in a prior class that verses are not sentences. So a sentence can begin in one verse and end in the next verse, or a verse can contain more than one sentence. So don't think of verses as sentences. So this sentence ends in the first half of the verse, and in the second half of the verse, it continues. Arjnuvacha, Arjnuvacha, Senayor Hubayor Madhye, Senayor Hubayor Madhye, Ratam Stapaya Mechuta, Ratam Stapaya Mechuta. So in the second half of the verse, Arjuna addresses his charioteer, Sri Krishna, and he says, Achyuta, O Krishna. And I mentioned before spelling changes very frequently in Sanskrit due to rules of Sandhi. So it's not Chuta, but Achyuta. And Achyuta as a name for Sri Krishna is interesting. It literally means that which is immutable, that which is unchangeable, that which is unmoving. And certainly as a name for the God of the cosmos, Ishvara, Sri Krishna is an avatara after all. So in that sense, it certainly is true. But at a more down-to-earth level, our commentator, Madhusudana Saraswati, comments that Sri Krishna is Achyuta in the sense that he doesn't get disturbed by anything. He's not moved to anger by anything. He's always stable. So, Sri Krishna addresses Arjuna, Achyuta, O Krishna, me ratam, my chariot, sthapaya, and this is the last line, sthapaya, place. Place my chariot where? Madhye, in the middle, between what? Ubhayoho, both, Senayoho, between both armies. Senayoho, Ubhayoho, between Madhye, in between both armies. Me ratam, my chariot, sthapaya, place. So you can imagine the battlefield. Up to this point, Arjuna is amongst all the Pandavas gathered on one side of the battlefield. And Arjuna looks across the battlefield to the other side where he sees all the Kauravas assembled. And quite unusually, Arjuna says, please steer our chariot out into the middle of the battlefield. And Arjuna is going to explain why. I suppose that would be a little unusual. Everyone is ready to fight. You don't expect someone, there's an American expression, jump the gun, to start too soon, to start prematurely. And Arjuna's chariot driving out on the battlefield before the battle begins might look premature. But let's see why Arjuna makes this request. He says, Yavadeta niriksheham, Yavadeta niriksheham, yodukamanavastitan, yodukamanavastitan, karmaya sahayodhavyam, karmaya sahayodhavyam, asmin rana samudyame, asmin rana samudyame. So prior line said, drive my chariot out on the battlefield. Why or how far? Yavat. So that up to the point where aham, at the end of the first line, I, nirikshe, I can see. I can inspect. This is Arjuna's reconnaissance. So I can see, I can inspect tan. Etan, these who, these, in the second line, yodhukaman. Yodhukaman are those who have a kama, desire, for yuddha, for battle. They are yodhukaman, they are warriors in a general sense, but the literal meaning is they're eager to fight. Yodhukaman. They're very anxious, ready to fight, and they are avastitan. They are gathered there together on the battlefield. So Arjuna wants to see the Kaurava army assembled on the battlefield. Those kaihi, in the third line, with whom maya, that kaihi saha, those with whom yodhavyam, they have to be fight maya, by me. It doesn't sound good in English. You don't say must be fought by me. That's what the Sanskrit says. We don't use that kind of construction in English. So we'll translate this as those with whom I must fight. I must fight where? Asmin, here. Rana samudyame. In this rana, in this battle, which is samudyama, which is about to take place, this imminent war. So please drive, Arjuna says to Sri Krishna, please drive my chariot out into the middle of the battlefield so I can inspect all the Kaurava soldiers assembled on the other side, those with whom I have to fight in this battle which is about to take place. Arjuna continues. Yotsya manana veksheham, yotsya manana veksheham, yahete trasamagataha, yahete trasamagataha, dhartarashtrasya durbuddhir, dhartarashtrasya durbuddhir, yuddhe priyachikir shavaha, yuddhe priyachikir shavaha. So again he says, aham, I, avekshe, really same meaning as nirikshe, I see. And the context is, I want to see. Aham, avekshe, I want to see. I want to see who? Yotsya-manan. Those who are fighting, those who are engaged in battle, translated as warriors, Yotsya-manan. Those who are fighting, those who are ready to fight. Ye ete, those who are atra, here on the battlefield, samagataha, those who are gathered here together on the battlefield, ready to fight. Go down to the last line. Those who are priya chakir shavaha, those who have a desire, chikirshavah, those who are desirous of doing what? Of priya, of pleasing, of being pleasing. Very interesting expression. Those who are desirous of pleasing whom? In the third line, Dhartarashtrasya, the one who is of Dhritarashtra, the son of Dhritarashtra. By the way, the translation has it plural, should be singular. The son of Dhritarashtra, of course, you know we're talking about Duryodhana. We're not talking about any of the other 100 sons. So he says that those warriors on the battlefield are Priya Chikirsavaha. They are eager to please Dhartarashtrasya, the son of Dhritarashtra, meaning Duryodhana, who is called here Durbuddher, one who has a Durbuddhi, buddhi, intellect. Durbuddhi, one who has a corrupted intellect, one whose thinking has been distorted by anger and jealousy and all of the childhood problems. Really speaking, the problems Duryodhana had as a child, dealing with his cousins, the jealousy and anger and competition and all of that he experienced as a child, he never got over that. You know, as children, we all have problems, but we grow up. Here, Duryodhana apparently wasn't able to outgrow all those childhood problems. He continues to maintain all that hate and jealousy for his cousins. He maintains it. Therefore, he is called here Durbuddhi. But what's interesting here is that Arjuna describes all those warriors, the Kaurava warriors, as Priya Chikirsavaha, as being eager to please Duryodhana. Yuddhe, in this war, in this fight. So Arjuna knew very well that the Kaurava army was filled with warriors who were dedicated to Duryodhana. That's the point. And with those words, Arjuna concludes his short speech to Sri Krishna, and now the scene shifts from the battlefield back to the palace where Sanjaya is speaking to the blind king Dhritarashtra. Sanjayo vacha, Sanjayo vacha, evam hukto hrishikesho, evam hukto hrishikesho, Gurakeshena Bharata, Gurakeshena Bharata, Senayor hubayor madhye, Senayor hubayor madhye, Stapayatva ratottamam, Stapayatva ratottamam. You see in the translation at the bottom, great chariot, ... Those dots are telling you that the sentence is not complete with this verse. The sentence is completed in the next verse, which we'll see in just a moment. So Sanjaya here continues to narrate what's happening to Dhritarashtra. Remember, Sanjaya has been given this divya drishti, this power to see and hear everything that's taking place on the distant battlefield. Sanjaya says, Hrishikeshaha, we saw that before, a name for Sri Krishna, Hrishika Isha. The Isha, the Lord of the Hrishika senses, Lord of senses, referring to that indwelling Lord, Sri Krishna being that indwelling Lord. Evam uktaha, having been thus addressed. Addressed by whom? Gudakeshena. Gura, in fact, we have two very similar names here. Hrishikesha is Krishna, Gudakesha is Arjuna. Keshena means by him. So Hrishika Isha, Isha, Lord of the Hrishika senses, is Sri Krishna. Here, Guraka Isha. The Isha, the Lord in the sense of master. Master of Guraka, an obscure word for sleep. The master of sleep, the one who isn't driven to bed by sleepiness and tiredness, the one who has conquered sleep. So a name for Arjuna. Evam uktaha Hrishikesha. So Sri Krishna, having been thus addressed, Gurakeshena, by Arjuna, Bharata. Here Sanjaya addresses Dhritarashtra. Bharata, O son of Bharat. Bharat being the ancient ancestor for everyone living in India at that time. So Bharata, O descendant of Bharat, O King Dhritarashtra, Sri Krishna, having been thus addressed by Arjuna, what did Sri Krishna do? Look at the last line. Sri Krishna, stapayatva, having placed, establishing, placing what? Ratha uttamam. Ratha is chariot. Uttama, there's great chariot. So Sri Krishna, after having driven their chariot out onto the battlefield, stapayatva, having placed Ratha uttamam, that great chariot, having placed it where? In the third line, madhye, in between, senayoho ubhayoho, as the previous verse said. Having placed the chariot madhye, in between, ubhayoho, both, senayoho, armies. So having placed the chariot in between both armies, the sentence continues, Bhishma drona pramukataha, Bhishma drona pramukataha, sarvesham cha mahikshatan, sarvesham cha mahikshatan, uvacha partha pashyaitan, uvacha partha pashyaitan, samavetan kurunati, samavetan kurunati. Prior verse said, Sri Krishna drove the chariot out and placed it in between both armies. Where exactly? Bhishma Drona Pramukataha. Pramukataha. Right in front of whom? In front of Bhishma and Drona. Now, you can imagine a really long line of warriors lined up on that battlefield. And Sri Krishna could have placed the chariot anywhere along that long line of Kaurava warriors, but Sri Krishna chose to place the chariot right in front of Bhishma and Drona. Why? Several reasons. Bhishma and Drona were perhaps the most important warriors on that battlefield. Bhishma, of course, was the head of their army. But more than that, of all his opponents, so Arjuna, no doubt, Arjuna had great enmity, anger, hate even for Duryodhana. There was no love between Duryodhana and Arjuna. Arjuna hated Duryodhana. That's a fact. But the vast majority of the warriors on the other side, the Kaurava warriors, were not exactly hated by Arjuna. After all, they're all parts of the same family. More than that, there's no one in the world that Arjuna loved more than Bhishma. Bhishma, the grand uncle. Arjuna grew up in Bhishma's lap, so to speak. So Arjuna was exceedingly fond of Bhishma. And Dronacharya, was Arjuna's teacher of archery and warfare. And Arjuna was exceedingly fond of his teacher, Drona. And it's right in front of Bhishma and Drona that Sri Krishna placed the chariot. And this is going, you'll see the consequence of this in just a moment. So this is definitely going to affect Arjuna emotionally. And we'll see that in just a few moments. So Sri Krishna drives the chariot out, Bhishma Drona Pramukataha, right in front of Bhishma and Drona, Sarveshancha Mahikshatan, and in front of Sarvesham, all of the Mahikshatan, in front of all of the warrior, of all of the kings, Mahikshatan, in front of all of the kings, Sri Krishna places the chariot, and Uvacha, Sri Krishna says, he said, and this is Sri Krishna's first words in the Bhagavad Gita. So starting in chapter 2, Sri Krishna is going to talk and talk and talk and talk, a lot of important teachings, but the very first words of Sri Krishna spoken in the Bhagavad Gita occur right here. Sri Krishna Uvacha, he said to Arjuna, he addresses Arjuna, Partha, O Arjuna. And again, our commentator, Madhusudana, likes to make sure that we know the meanings of all these words. Partha is the son of Pritha. Pritha is a second name for Kunti, Queen Kunti. And what's interesting about that is this mighty warrior is being addressed as the son of his mother. Think about it. This mighty warrior, Arjuna, is being addressed as the son of Pritha, the son of his mother. That would be like in the United States. We just had an election. So Joe Biden is now the new president of the United States. Suppose someone were to address President Biden as a husband of Jill. Jill is the name of his wife. That would sound really strange in the context of American politics, but it doesn't sound strange here in the Bhagavad Gita, because to address Arjuna as the son of his mother is a term of endearment. It shows how close Krishna is to Arjuna, that Arjuna can refer to Arjuna, Krishna can refer to Arjuna with this very special name. Really speaking, a term of endearment. And there are others like that. We'll see as we go along. Partha, O Arjuna, Pashya. Many of you would say, Ye dekho. Look at this. Pashya, look. Look at what? Etan, these. These what? Samavetan, those who are assembled. Who are they? Kurun. Please look at these Kauravas assembled here on the battlefield. The word iti concludes Sri Krishna's statement. Then Sanjay continues his narration. Tatra pashyat sthitan partha, tatra pashyat sthitan partha, pitrnata pitamahan, pitrnata pitamahan, acharyan matulan bratran, acharyan matulan bratran, putran pautran sakinstata, putran pautran sakinstata. You can see that the sentence continues in the next verse. Tatra, there, on the battlefield, Partha, that's Arjuna's name, Partha, what about him? Apashyat, he saw. He saw what? Sthitan, all of them standing there. So he saw everyone standing there. Remember, he's looking to the far side of the battlefield. He's inspecting the Kauravas assembled there. And he sees Apashyat. He saw all of them, Sthitan, standing there on the battlefield. Who did he see standing there? Pitrun, fathers. Ata and Pitamahan, grandfathers. Fathers and grandfathers. Grandfathers including his grandfather, Bhishma. He also saw Acharyan. He saw so many of teachers. Teachers including Drona, as I just mentioned, and Kripacharya, the family guru. He saw Matulan. He saw uncles like Shakuni and many others. He also saw Bratran, brothers. In fact, all of the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra, Arjuna would have called them brothers. They didn't distinguish between cousin and brother. So he saw all of those Bratran, those brothers, also Putran, sons, Arjuna's son Abhimanyu, Pautran, grandsons, Sakin, friends and supporters, Tata, and also many friends. The sentence continues, Shwashuran suhridaschaiva, Shwashuran suhridaschaiva, Senayorubayorapi, Senayorubayorapi, Tan samikshya sakaunteyaha, Tan samikshya sakaunteyaha, Sarvan bandhun avastitan, Sarvan bandhun avastitan. And the sentence continues. So Arjuna also saw Shwashuran, Shwashura, father-in-law, Suhridaha. Suhrid is a dear one, a friend. So he saw all of these. So he saw fathers, grandfathers, teachers, uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, fathers-in-law, well-wishers, Senayoho, Ubhayoho. Ubhayoho in both, Senayoho in both armies, in armies on both sides. So standing in the middle of the battlefield, Arjuna is able to look. On one side, he can see all the Kaurava warriors lined up. Then Arjuna can look back over his other shoulder and see all the Pandava soldiers lined up. So he's now, and I maybe misspoke when I said he's looking only at the Kauravas. He's not. He's looking on, he's standing in the middle, standing in his chariot, in the middle of the battlefield, and he's looking in both directions. And whether he looks at the Kaurava army or the Pandava army, he sees all of these warriors assembled on both sides. And remember that the families on both sides are related. So Arjuna sees so many dear ones, not only in his own army, Pandava army, but also in the Kaurava army. Then, Tan samikshya saha kaunteyaha, saha, he who, Kaunteyaha, again, son of Kunti, son of Pritha, Partha, son of Kunti, Kaunteyaha. They both mean Arjuna. Saha Kaunteyaha, Arjuna, son of Kunti, Samikshya, having seen Tan, them, Sarvan, all of them, Bandhun, all of those relatives, remember on both sides, Arjuna is related to all the warriors on both sides of the army who are avastitan, standing there on both sides of the battlefield. The sentence continues and concludes, Kripaya paraya vishto, Kripaya paraya vishto, Vishidan niram abravita, Vishidan niram abravita. So Arjuna, who was avishtaha, you have to break the words apart. Paraya, avishtaha. Avishta, filled. Filled with what? Kripaya, with kripa. Here kripa means pity. Arjuna is filled with pity. Paraya kripaya, with great pity. Arjuna is filled with immense pity. Pity knowing that all of his dear family members are about to enter into a horrible war, fighting with each other, in which many, many are going to lose their lives. And then Arjuna, who is Vishidan, literally sinking down, but in an emotional sense. Sinking down in an emotional sense is getting depressed. Arjuna is sinking into a state of depression, and then idam abravit. Abravit, Arjuna said, idam. He said this which is following. Notice that the sentence ends halfway through this verse, and then Arjuna vacha, drishtve swajanam Krishna, drishtve swajanam Krishna, yuyutsam samupastitam. The second half of that verse, Arjuna drishtva. Arjuna addresses Sri Krishna. Krishna, O Krishna. So the prior verse, Arjuna uvacha, we just saw. Arjuna said, Krishna, O Krishna, having seen what? Imam. This what? Swajanam. This, my own family, my own people. Swajanam, my own people. Arjuna saw on both sides of the battle, amongst the Kauravas and the Pandavas, so many warriors that Arjuna was exceedingly fond of. He saw all of them, Swajanam, his own people, his own family members, who were yuyutsam, who were warriors, eager to fight, samupastitam, who had assembled there on the battlefield, eager to fight. And now Arjuna describes his emotional response to what he saw. And the next several verses I think are some of the most emotionally moving verses in the entire Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna says, Siddhanti mama gatrani, Siddhanti mama gatrani, Mukhancha parishyashyati, Mukhancha parishyashyati, Vepatushcha sharire me, Vepatushcha sharire me, Romaharshascha jayate, Romaharshascha jayate. Arjuna says, remember earlier it said Vishidan, getting depressed. Getting depressed. And remember the title of this chapter, Arjuna Vishada. Vishada is sadness and distress. So in these next few verses we're going to see this very rich, deep expression of Arjuna's sadness, Arjuna's distress. He says, Mama gatrani, Mama, my, gatrani, my limbs, my arms and legs, siddhanti, they sink down, they grow weak. My limbs fall weak. Mukhancha, and my mouth, parishyashyati, is dry. My mouth is parched. Have you ever been so anxious that your mouth got really, really dry? You know that sensation. That's what Arjuna feels right now. Tremendous anxiety causing his limbs to feel. Have you ever been, just to make this very vivid, have you ever been so frightened that your knees got weak? That's what Arjuna is describing here. Have you ever been so frightened that your mouth got dry? That's a little bit more familiar. Also, vepatuhu cha sharire me. Me, my, sharire, in my body. Vepatuhu, there's trembling. There's trembling in my body trembles. Now, this isn't exactly out of fright. Arjuna is a mighty warrior, so don't make the mistake of thinking he's afraid. If your knees got weak, it could have been due to fear. Arjuna's knees got weak, not due to fear, due to other emotions, which we'll see. When you got afraid, your mouth might have grown dry. Arjuna's mouth grew dry not out of fear. Arjuna's body was trembling not out of fear. Arjuna was a mighty warrior. He wasn't afraid of dying. This is not a description of fear. What it is a description of, we'll see in the very next verse. Just wait a few moments. He concludes this verse saying, Roma harsha cha jayate. Roma harsha, Roma is hair. Interesting, Sanskrit has separate words for hair on your head is called kesha. Hair on your body is called Roma. So that distinction is made. So Roma harsha is when the hair on your skin stands up, like on the back of your neck or on your arms. So Roma harsha jayate. He says, my hair stands on end. So these are all the physical signs of an intense emotional reaction. So, and Arjuna continues to describe that emotional reaction in the next verse. He says, Gandivam sramsate hastat, Gandivam sramsate hastat, Tvakchaiva paridahyate, Tvakchaiva paridahyate, Nacha shaknom yavastatum, Nacha shaknom yavastatum, Brahmativa cha me manaha, Brahmativa cha me manaha. Excuse me. Talking about dry mouth, I think, made me feel thirsty. Sorry. Okay. Arjuna continues. Gandivam. Gandiva is the name of his bow. Remember how the conchas all had names? Well, certainly Arjuna's bow has a name. The name of his bow is Gandivam. And he says, Sramsate. It falls, it slips, hastat, from his hasta, from his hand. Tvakcha eva, and tvak, his skin paridakhyate, it's burning, his skin is burning. He continues to describe the physical signs of this overwhelming emotional reaction, and he concludes, last line, Brahmati eva cha me manaha. Me manaha, my mind, manaha, manas, mind. Me manaha, my mind, brahmati eva, is as though spinning. Brahmati here means to spin. Excuse me. My mind is spinning. What does that mean? My mind is spinning means he's dizzy. That's what it means. When he says, my mind is spinning, Sri Krishna, Arjuna, standing in the chariot in the middle of the battlefield, says, I am dizzy. And the third line, na cha, and na shaknomi, I am not able avastatum, to stand. Arjuna says, my mind is spinning, I'm dizzy. I'm so dizzy, I can't even stand up. Those are pretty intense physical symptoms. And these are all signs of the physical, the response of Arjuna's body to this intense emotional reaction. And put it in context. Suppose you got a call from a close friend. And suppose your friend describes some of these same symptoms. You get a call from your friend. Your friend says, I'm feeling really bad. I'm having a terrible time. And you say, oh, how are you feeling? And your friend says, well, my limbs are weak. My mouth is dry. Your friend says, I'm trembling. I'm shivering. Your friend says, the hair is standing up on the back of my neck. Your friend says, I can't hold on to anything. Your friend says, my skin is burning. And your friend says, I'm so dizzy, I can't stand up. If your friend told you all of that, what would you think? What would you do? In fact, if what you might do is call an ambulance. It sounds like your friend needs medical care. Of course, not really medical care. These are all signs of an intense emotional reaction. In fact, they call this, and in modern times, they call this a panic attack. That's what he's describing. Arjuna is having a panic attack, but don't make the mistake of thinking it's out of fear. Again, Arjuna's this mighty warrior. It's not out of fear. Then why is he having this panic attack? He's anticipating fighting against and killing his own family members. He's anticipating the death of so many family members. Arjuna is horrified by that inevitability of the death of so many of his family members. It's that horror that has overcome Arjuna and caused this, what we would call a panic attack, or some people call it an emotional meltdown. These are very appropriate words. And this panic attack or emotional meltdown is a sign. Now we come back to our symbolism. This is the result. All of his physical symptoms, his panic attack, is a result of an inner battle. Not an external battle, an inner battle. In particular, and we'll be very specific now, a battle between Arjuna's intellect and emotions. A battle between his head and his heart. Why? Arjuna knows that this is a dharma yuddha, a righteous battle. We discussed this in the very first class. We said this was a battle, a dharma yuddha, a righteous war, and we defined it very specifically as a war in which not fighting the war would have far worse consequences than fighting the war. This was a war to restore dharma, to maintain dharma, to defeat adharma. Notice many wars are not for that sake. Some wars in modern times are for, sadly, wars have been fought over oil. Wars have been fought over real estate. Wars have been fought over cultural differences. Wars have been fought over, when I was a young man, United States was at war in Vietnam. So that was a war with communism. The Cold War was such a strange time that this country was absolutely paranoid about communism. So they're not really fighting the Vietnamese as much as they were fighting communism. That's how it was seen. The point is that many wars, in fact, most wars, are fought for reasons that don't justify a war. Fighting over oil in the ground is not justification for a war. Remember, Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait. Over what? Oil. How many countries have invaded another for real estate, territory? They wanted to conquer another's territory. Some wars were fought over ethnic differences, cultural differences. The genocide in Rwanda. Wars, battles fought for all these wrong reasons. And certainly the war against communism. In retrospect, how sad it is to have sacrificed so many lives for all of these tangential, trivial reasons. This war was not such a war. This was indeed a war for the right reason. A war to remove the forces of adharma, a war to reestablish dharma. It was a dharma yuddha, a completely righteous war. And Arjuna understood that clearly. Very intelligent student of Drona. So he understood clearly this was a dharma yuddha, a righteous war. That's what Arjuna understood with his intellect. But what about his emotions? Arjuna's intellect knew it was a righteous war. Arjuna's emotions were in a state of rebellion. He was repulsed by the idea that he had to fight against and kill his own family members. He was repulsed by the very idea of war. And here is the inner conflict. The inner battle. This battlefield metaphor is a symbol at several levels. We said there's first the physical battlefield, where the Pandavas fought the Kauravas. Then there's a symbolic battlefield of dharma versus adharma. Now we have another kind of symbolic battlefield, a battle between intellect and emotions, a battle between head and heart. Arjuna intellectually knew clearly that it was a war that must be fought to restore dharma. But Arjuna's emotions were repulsed by the idea of fighting that war. And that inner conflict in Arjuna, that conflict between head and heart, intellect and emotions, was so intense that it led to this emotional meltdown, this panic attack. And the irony of it all is, on this battlefield, Arjuna was the mightiest of the warriors on that battlefield. And before the battle even began, Arjuna was knocked out of commission, as they say. Arjuna was knocked off his feet, not by an arrow, not by a club. Arjuna was knocked off his feet by his own emotions. Arjuna was a casualty of war before the war even began. He was overcome by his emotions. This is the context of the Bhagavad Gita. And I think this is one of the many reasons the Bhagavad Gita is the most widely studied Hindu scripture. Look at this. Tell me, Arjuna's problem. Is Arjuna's problem a spiritual problem? Is Arjuna concerned about how to get to heaven? What is real? What is satyam? What is mithya? All these complex Vedantic questions. That's not Arjuna's problem at all. Arjuna's problem is this conflict between head and heart, between intellect and emotion, that inner battle. And it's in that context of Arjuna struggling with his own emotions, in that context, Sri Krishna is going to give 17 more chapters of spiritual guidance to help Arjuna resolve this inner conflict, this inner struggle between head and heart that's especially relatable for every single person. Everyone struggles with this conflict between head and heart. We'll talk more about it perhaps in the next class. We'll end here in just a minute. But because that struggle between intellect and emotion is so widespread, and because Sri Krishna addresses that very problem in the Bhagavad Gita, that perhaps is one of the main reasons why the Bhagavad Gita is so widely studied and so much loved even today. We'll pick up this thread in our next class and end with a prayer. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschad Dukkha Bhag Bhaveta Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat.